Hello there. In this video, I am going to show you how you can create a social media post on Canva. So here I am on canva.com. In the upper right corner, you can click Create a Design, and it will ask you what size creation you want. So I'm going to go with Instagram post square. It's 1080 by 1080 pixels. And the reason why I like this is because you can create one image that you can share on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and Pinterest. So you don't have to create a bunch of different sizes if you do it this way. Now, if you do it the other way around, if you try to do a horizontal graphic and then you post it on Instagram, for instance, it will cut off the edges of your graphic. And that's not going to work out very well if you have text on there or logos and it kind of cuts off that vital information. So I always like to start out with the square. And then you can go over to design in the left-hand column. And then you can type in a keyword of something that you want on your image if you want to kind of get an idea from Canva that's a pre-designed template. So I'm just going to put ocean and see what happens. Let's put ocean sunset. So these are all pretty cool. This one already has nice writing on it and a couple of little design elements as well. So let's go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to go you can make it all capital letters by clicking the uppercase button. And I'm going to say, let's see, come up with something fancy, shall we? I'm going to go to a new tab and put in Byron Katie quotes. So if you go to Goodreads, that's always a good source for a bunch of different quotes. I like that one. Life is simple. Everything happens for you, not to you. Everything happens at exactly the right moment, neither too soon nor too late. You don't have to like it. It's just easier if you do. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to paste it here. So this is spilling over. So there's a couple of things I can do here. I'm going to move my website up, and move this up, and then I'm going to, you have to get to the bottom of this box, not the bottom, you have to get to the middle of this box, so you can click on this little white rectangle here on the outline of the box, and then it'll allow you to drag it over. Same on this side, drag it over. So now we've expanded the box, so now it fits a little bit better, but it's still a little bit too much to fit on the page. So what I'm going to do is so you can double click on the text box and it'll highlight some text. And then you can click Control A to automatically select all of the text in the box. And now I'm going to resize it. So up here along the top, you have a number and a plus sign and a minus sign. You can just click minus sign to kind of shrink it down until it fits. Ooh, there we go. And then we're going to delete that. We don't need that. And I think what I want to do is I want to have the byline be this font. So I'm going to cut the text from this box to this box. So now I just do the same thing where I went to the text box, double clicked. It automatically highlighted all of the text this time. And now I'm going to delete and then Control V to paste that in. So now we have the byline as a different font. You can drag this corner out if you want it to get a little bit bigger. You can also highlight the text and come up here and click the plus sign to make it a little bit bigger. Okay, so now it's still a little bit too wide because I like to have a margin around the edge of this box so that it doesn't accidentally get cut off at any point, no matter where you post it. So I'm just going to do that. It still fits pretty well. I'm going to just drag this text box down a little bit and center that. And make sure it's centered. If you drag it, the text box back and forth, it'll automatically pop up guidelines. See that? The pink dot that just showed up there? That's the center. So it's automatically centering it for you. And then it's automatically spacing it with the top and the bottom with the little pink circle there that says 77. So there we go. Now it's all centered. Okay. And now because this text kind of conflicts with the sun, it's a little bit hard to read right there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click this text box, go up to Effects, and I like to use Lift. This provides a little bit of a shadow. You can even increase it if you want to make it even more pronounced. That way it separates the text from the background just a little bit more. Okay. So there we go. If you wanted to, if you didn't like this text, you can highlight this text. If you, I'm sorry, if you didn't like the font, you can go up to the upper left corner at the top here, and then click on that where it says Benedict, and you can change it to a different type of font if you wanted to, like that. When I do that, I kind of want it to be a little bit smaller and maybe separate the lines a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this. So up at the top, you have all these different tools, and one of them is spacing. It's the 3 lines and the arrows up and down. Click on that. You can change the letter spacing, and you can change the line spacing. So I'm going to do that. And now just want to slightly adjust it so that that do is now at in the same line instead of the next line down. It's a little more concise that way. Okay, so I like that. I think I'll go with it. And if you have a logo, you can also add a logo in here. So let's see if we have that. We'll search the whole computer. Let's see if we have it. I don't have that on here, so I'm going to pause this recording and find that logo. Okay, so I found the logo. So if you go on the left, I just uploaded it, and then you can just click on that and it'll automatically pop it right into your graphic. Grab the corner of that logo to resize it, and then you can move it where you want to. Might need to move this down just a little bit more to give it more room there for your logo. And now let's see what things we can do to this to make it pop just a little bit more. So I'm going to go to Edit Photo. And let's go. Go to old editor. I like the old editor better. I'm not sure why. I'm gonna go to editor, and now we can do shadows. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a drop-down shadow for that. And you can double click on the drop-down shadow to change the color of the shadow. So you can actually make it a brighter color, and then it does the opposite effect of a shadow. It kind of makes it glow a little bit. And you can increase the transparency to make it even more vibrant. So I kind of like that. Now you can see it a lot better. And I'm going to grab this, add lift to that. Another thing that you can do is there's all sorts of options in here that you can use. You can use neon. Well, that's kind of neat. I like that effect. It kind of glows, makes the words glow, and since it's in line with the sun, it kind of has a neat effect. So I'm going to maybe leave it like that. You can also highlight your text and click this A with the rainbow underneath it. If you wanted to change the color, you can play around with the color a little bit just to see if something else looks a little bit better. All right, I think I'll leave it like that. So now you have your graphic. And this is awesome to do if you are trying to post a quote, let's say on Facebook, and the quote is too long to have the Facebook colored background. You can just create it in here instead. So now we have that all done. I'm going to click share and then download. And then you want to make sure that this is the right format. You can do a JPEG, PNG, PDF standard, PDF print, SVG, MP4, or a GIF, or a GIF, however you want to pronounce that one. I'm going to go with JPEG because the most common are the PNG and the JPEG. However, you cannot put a PNG on Instagram. So this one is a little more universal. I'm going to go ahead and put a JPEG and then download. Now I want to show you a really cool thing that you can do. If you want to convert this into a story, a reel, a short, because short videos are all the rage right now. So if you wanted to turn this into one of those types of videos, you can go up here to resize. And then we're going to let's type in something that it might recognize, like story, Facebook story. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. That is 1080 by 1920 pixels. Click continue. And now click on resize to a Facebook story. And then click the button to go into a new version of this. That actually turned out really nice. I like that. Okay, so maybe we're going to make the text just a little bit bigger. I'm going to select this, increase the font size just a bit, and the same here. Double click. This time it automatically highlighted the entire text, which is awesome. And then the plus sign. Okay. If it's not popping enough, you can also create, if you go over here to elements on the left-hand side, you can pop over a shape like a square. And you can click on this colored box at the top to change the color. I'm gonna go with maybe that color. You can click on one of the colors. If you have a graphic in the background or a logo, it automatically shows you the colors that would coordinate with that. So it's really easy to match colors that way. So if I do that, or maybe go with shade darker, there we go. Let's try that. Now grab this box and you can stretch it out to the entire size of your frame. And then make sure you go position. You can go backward, backward, backward. Okay, it's not going to go all the way back because the sunset is already attached to the background. But what you can do is you can go up here to this checkerboard at the top under your list of tools here, transparency, and you can decrease that. So now it kind of tones down your graphic just a little bit. So I like that because now that the quote pops a little bit more. Maybe I will stretch that out just a little bit more because we have more vertical space on this format. That makes it a little bit easier to read. Okay. So here is the fun part. You can either, actually, I'm going to increase the size of this font just a little bit, or the font and the logo, I should say. There we go. Okay. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now you can either download this as a JPEG, like I showed you before, right? Or you can select any and all of these elements and now go to animate. So here are the tools at the top. Right above the graphic almost, it says animate. Just click on that and it gives you a bunch of different ideas, different ways for it to animate. I kind of like that. You can just scroll through all of these. Just you hover over each of these animation styles to have a preview of what it'll look like. It's kind of cool. There's even motion effects. Okay, so let's see. There we go. I liked that one. Wipe. So these are element animations. Another thing you can do is page animation. So you click on this other tab, and that way it'll kind of give everything its own different flair. See how it's like a combination of different animation styles combined together to kind of make the graphic a little bit more dynamic. Combinations. Okay, so that's this top here is combinations. That's kind of neat. I think I'll go with that. Sleek. Okay, pretty cool. All right. So now that we have those moving, we can even add music if we wanted to. So now we can say happy, enter. And then up here at the top, you have graphics, photos, shapes, videos, audio. Click audio. And now you can just click on these little boxes to preview what it sounds like. Now that I like that one, I'm going to go ahead and click add. All I did was just click on this, not on the box, but over here, and it automatically placed that audio underneath this graphic. So that means it's going to play for the entire time. Okay. And up here, you can see it's 5 seconds. If you wanted to, you can just click on that, and there you go. So if you wanted to extend it to even longer, you can go edit timing. I'm going to make it just a little bit longer because I kind of like that music building up. So now I'm going to put it for 10 seconds. Okay. Now we can play it again. I love it. Okay, so now click download. It's going to automatically suggest MP4 for obvious reasons. And then you can adjust the quality and then click download. So now you have a video that you can share on your stories, your reels, your shorts. You can even share this on Pinterest, right? There's other places you can share it. And you have your quote box as a JPEG that you can also share around. So now you have two different styles of this same post that you can mix and match and have. All right, so in case you need a little help posting this on your Facebook or social media, I'm going to go to, first I'm on Facebook here. Okay, so now click here to add a post. And then if this doesn't automatically pop up, you can click the little green icon that says photos or videos, and you can click on that, and it'll prompt it so you can open up your desktop or downloads or wherever your image is. So I'm going to click on that, double click on it, it automatically posts. Okay. So now you can either you can put the same text that's on here. So you can just go back in here and copy that. And then paste it here. Or you can add your own commentary. So I just added, no matter what you're going through, remember this. And then the quote by Byron Katie. You can also even add, that's what Facebook likes to do is, so Command Z to undo that because it's automatically trying to change this to somebody because it likes to tag people for you, but it's kind of annoying. Okay, so now we can say things like, life happens for you. You know, you can put whatever hashtags down here you want. Inspiration, transformation. Okay. Whatever quotes you, or I'm sorry, whatever hashtags you want to put down there, and then just press post. Same here. You can go to Instagram. Create. Select from computer. Just that. Okay, so let's go ahead and select that square post. Next, you don't need to filter it because it's already beautiful. You can add your same quote here. Okay. Hashtags. and share. Okay. Now I'm going to share it as a video. So click on start a post, the green icon, click that box that says add videos. I'm going to select the video this time. Video options. There we go. You don't need to put text on here because it already has text on the video. You don't need to add captions or anything. You can change the thumbnail if you wanted to choose an image that shows up before you click the play button. I'm going to go ahead and just leave it as is. And then press save. And post that. Let's see how it looks with the text. So now it's going to process for a minute. Okay, so here it is. And now what I would like to do is click on share and then click on story. Now that will automatically share to your story. We just go to Facebook. So there you have it. You can even put this as a reel if you want to do it one more time. Add a video. Import your video. There you go. You don't have to change anything here. Okay. I suppose you have to click on the description box in order for it to the publish button to show up. Now you can just publish. Okay, so now we have this as a reel, a story, and a post. Okay, so there you have it. You can, of course, post these on other places as well. I'm going to go ahead, do the upload on YouTube. Click on this little icon up at the top that says create. Upload video. And then select file. Click on your video. And then you can go ahead and paste in your quote again if you wanted to have it in the text part. You can add it to one of your playlists. Let's put inspiration. You're going to go down here and click on no, it's not made for kids. Then press public after you click the forward button a couple of times, then publish. And there it is. Might take a few minutes to load it. Actually, that went through pretty quick. It was only 10 seconds. So now you can click on this little icon to view on YouTube if you want to test it. Make sure it looks good. All right, love it. Okay, so now that is now posted on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Let's go ahead and do LinkedIn. So you're just on the home page on LinkedIn. And then you can select the little add media button and do the same thing. Let's try that with the video and see what happens. Okay, it's actually showing the video, so that's awesome. I'm gonna post. So there's your video. If you wanted to, you can just post it as an image as well. So then I'm going to put the Instagram square here this time. Paste that in. Maybe say something like, add some hashtags again. What happens? Inspiration. You can put something like Byron Katie. Let's see if she's social. No, she's much meat. Okay, let's try transfer. Okay. And now post. Okay, cool. So now this is a cool test that you can run. We've got your video here and your JPEG post here, and we've posted them at the same time. So now you can do a split test. You can come back to this post, these two posts in a few days, and see what your analytics look like. Are you getting more likes and views when it's in a video format or when it's in an image format? That's something that you can play with as well. You can do that on Facebook as well to see the difference in the views between these different formats. Okay. And lastly, you can click on, all right, so you can see here, just hover over one of these to see how many views you got. So this one had 71, this one had 92, 83, this one got 124, this one got 63. So there you go. You can test them out, see which types of posts are getting the most views and the most engagement, and do more of those. Okay, so thank you very much for watching. I hope